The following is a paid advertisement. The views expressed are the sole responsibility of the advertiser.
I'm attorney Justin Clark. Coming up just ahead on You Have Real Estate, we have a wonderful problem right now, which you're selling your house and you're making too much money. What do you do with that money? How do you save the money and avoid paying taxes? It's just ahead. It's You Have Real Estate. Your debt does not have to control your life. You have the power to potentially lower or even eliminate your debt. I'm attorney Justin Clark. Call me now for a free consultation or visit youhavepower.com and take back control of your financial life. Welcome to You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, seasoned investor, or even looking to sell your home, this next 30 minutes is designed just for you. Think of it like hitting multiple open houses, all from your living room, with my attorney advice throughout the way. Any questions whatsoever during the program, I want you to call us right now, 407-205-0400. Get pre-approved right now before you start your house hunt. Dallas Lehman standing by at that very same number to get that done for you right away. Wonderful show ahead, but first, the opening statement. I think I know a lot about real estate, I do, but I would have never predicted 2.5, 3 years ago that we'd be talking about an era of wealth that has been created in this country, and especially in Florida with the drastic increase in the real estate prices. I didn't think we'd be doing a show together right now to try to tell you about what you're gonna do with all this money that you're gonna make after you sell your real estate. But that's exactly what we're going to do. You sell a house, you're thinking about selling a house. What are you gonna do with that money to protect it and to allow that money to grow for you? Questions that I'm getting all the time and questions that we will answer by asking real questions. Every Saturday here on the program, we ask real questions to the truly trend-setting people in Central Florida's real estate community. Kick it off today. To my right, your left, my good buddy, doing a lot of great things for charity out there. John Ledford is here, Fortress Wealth Group. John, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thanks so much. I'm doing great.
Your wife, Valerie, who I love very much, by the way, sent me a note, and I didn't even know this yet. #1 financial advisor, according to Orlando Magazine. Congrats, man. That's
Thank you very
big
much.
stuff right there.
Thank you very much. That's hot off the presses.
But
yes.
well deserved.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the show. And for the first time, Steve Bell is here to talk about the sale of a house and how you deal with it from a tax perspective as well. Steve, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. Great to be here. Appreciate it.
So let's talk first, gentlemen, for both of you. When do we start this planning? John, I'll start with you. So I'm selling a house. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have 500 grand. I'm gonna have 300 grand. I'm gonna have $1 million in cash coming to me in one check at that closing table. When do I start planning for getting that check?
So it revolves around what I call the mother-in-law rule. And you may have this in your own life. You know, oftentimes my mother-in-law, if she does something, she likes to ask me my opinion about it after she's already done it. Because that way I can't really tell her she shouldn't do it, because that would be inappropriate,
of course,
right?
Yeah.
And that's in jest, of course. I'm making fun of my mother-in-law, you know, at her expense. It's not exactly true. But I'm a big proponent of, if I need legal advice, I need to get that legal advice before I have the issue that I'm trying to solve. If I need tax advice, I need to do the same. And so I think planning is something that should be done early, proactively, not reactively.
Right.
Any solution that we might have for whatever problem, good or bad, that would exist, is cut in half the solution set after a transaction's already occurred.
Exactly.
And sometimes you lose all the opportunities for planning, you know, after the event's already occurred. So we encourage our clients, you know, get us involved early rather than late. We'd rather plan proactively than reactively.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about selling real estate and you're not happy with your financial advisor, or you don't have a financial advisor, which I've noticed a lot of people now don't, and it makes me nervous. The QR code is on the screen. Literally just take your phone out and your message will go directly to John and he'd be happy to talk to you. There's no charge to have this consultation. Why wouldn't you prior to selling real estate? I mean, we're making a lot of money on real estate right now, and there are things that you can do, I'm telling you, to save money on taxes or to invest that money in something to really get the compound interest from your earnings. From the tax side, Steve, I mean, a lot of people a lot of misnomers out there really about taxes and real estate. What do you tell people on the tax side?
Well, I have to really kind of echo what he said, is that you need to really get into the process early, months and months before you decide to sell, because you really need the advice. And we put out fires all the time, and a lot of our time is spent kind of dealing with issues that come out after the fact. Hey, I sold my house. Can I do a 1031 exchange? Well, or they call me, hey, we're at the closing table. Can we do a 1031 exchange? No, you can't. It's too late. So we say get in the process, get with a good CPA early in the process, because they can help you. Hey, what's the best way? You're going to have tax issues. How long have you owned the home? How much capital gain are you going to have? So we can talk with them about that, so they can decide. Then they can go to a financial planner. Hey, I got a bunch of money. What can I do with that? So
business owners seem to make the mistake of when they first start out, trying to do their own bookkeeping and things themselves. Yes. Do you recommend that?
No, obviously not. We actually recommend you if you're really looking to make money and grow a business, you want to get a CPA involved who understands your business early. Yeah. Because not every CPA understands your business. You need to make sure you work with somebody who understands. If you're in real estate, make sure they understand the real estate field. If you're in machinery, make sure that CPA understands that business.
Got it. John, you see a lot of very successful people come through your firm, and you must see them. They're very good at what they do, but they're not maybe great at QuickBooks or bookkeeping or that sort of thing. Yeah. You've seen a lot of your clients make those mistakes along the way, haven't you?
Absolutely, and I think there's a progression. You mentioned earlier, sometimes when you start out, you have a kind of a certain lens, and some of that lens is oftentimes a do-it-yourselfer lens, right? Because we're trying to save money, we're trying to cut corners. And you may not, as a business owner, really understand what's critical, what's fundamental, and then what should be adaptive as you grow. And so I think it's really, really important. There are certain things where you can't do it yourself. There are certain things where you can't save money by trying to do it yourself. Oftentimes you're just going to get in trouble and have all kinds of problems. And so we encourage our clients to work with professionals in all areas. There are great resources out there today on the internet and ChatGPT and all that other kind of good stuff. But we really encourage our clients to utilize professionals. Right. Jumping back to the idea of selling a property, sometimes on the buy side, it's equally as important. I mean, the structure on the buy side is critical. We recently acquired a new client, and the way we acquired them was that we are building a new building. We just moved into our new office about a month ago, and we hired a firm to do a cost segregation study on the building so we can generate some tax leverage. Our builder was required to fill out some documentation for our accounting firm. And in the middle of the process, he said, I don't know what this is. What am I filling out? And we told him, and he said, I just bought a building. My accountant didn't even tell me about this strategy. Could this work for me? Yeah. And we said, of course it could. Connect him to the people. He's now a client of the firm. We're managing his assets because we're able to show him how to save, in his case, hundreds of thousands of dollars on the buy side. Yeah. So again, I think to the earlier comment of when to get advice, now rather than later, right? Sooner rather than later. On the buy side equally as on the sell side.
Yeah. I'm telling you, if you're a business owner out there, you need to call someone like Steve and talk about, hey, how do I get my books in order? It gets very scary when you start owing a lot of money to the IRS, and what do you do at that point when the tax man cometh for 200, 300 grand? And it's really just mistakes that you've made that are hard to go back and fix. Steve, wonderful to meet you, buddy.
Thank you.
We'll hope to see you very soon. Any questions for Steve? 407-205-0400. John Ledford, always a pleasure to see you. John's going to be on the next show here in just a minute too. Nice. The QR code is right here on the screen. We'll take you directly to John. He'll be happy to sit down and meet with you anytime. Very quick break. When we return, what is on the market right now and what will it set you back as you have real estate continues?
You can be an agent that struggles to get ahead in the competitive real estate world, or you can learn from the best and achieve success. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com and sign up for the Jumpstart program. Get coaching tips and important tools that will help you jumpstart your real estate career. Sign up today and get 10% off your Jumpstart program when you use code word LEARN. Visit youhaveafutureinrealestate.com today and gain the real estate knowledge you need to succeed.
Hurricane hurricane season definitely upon us, and we all think, oh, we'll go to the grocery store and get some water bottles and some paper towels, but there's something important in your house right now that is very important when it comes to hurricane season, and that is your windows. Dan Brigman is here, Renewal by Andersen. Dan, you think about sitting around during a hurricane party or when you're getting through a hurricane with your family, playing a game or whatever you're doing, and when those winds really start to pick up and you start hearing those windows vibrating, that gets scary. Why don't we think about windows when we think about hurricane prep?
You're absolutely right, Justin. It does get a little nerve-wracking. And one of the reasons we don't is because, when we think about windows, we think about energy savings. We think about, hey, does the thing go up and down? Are there bugs coming in? Is there any water around my windows? And things like that. We don't think about that, an 80, 90 mile an hour wind is enough wind to send something through that window. If you're sitting in there playing Monopoly, send it through the window, hit you, and end the story.
It's not a good thing at all. I put the QR code on the screen right now. Dan has a very special gift for you in preparation for hurricane season to help protect your family by changing and upgrading your windows. Dan, for these people at home, what are you going to do?
Well, I can tell you this, it will not happen again before hurricane season, which we're already in, right? And so it's 20% off of anything and everything that we sell. So that's our windows and our doors. And so get it while you can.
I appreciate it very much, Dan. Great to see you. You will appreciate Renewal by Andersen, I assure you that. This is free, by the way. Hit the QR code on the screen or call the phone number right now. Totally free consultation with their design consultant. Call Renewal by Andersen today. Welcome back to the show. And again, over the last, 6 months or a year, I've felt an obligation almost to you to show you areas outside of sort of the Orlando, Winter Park, outside of this city center area, because look, I understand that finances can be tight, and I also understand the market has skyrocketed the last couple of years. I understand mortgage interest rates have skyrocketed in the last year too, and it is forcing some of us to look a little bit further outside of town. And with the new highway systems that we have, getting further away is not necessarily taking as much time to get from home to work as it once did. I wanted to invite Andrea Bishop to the show. How are you? Good to see you.
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
You got it. My pleasure. And I like talking to you today because you know so much about that Volusia County, that southwest Volusia County area, but then you've also been doing some investment on your own up in Ocala. So how would you let's start in Volusia County right now, the southwest Volusia County. I would call it Orange City, Deltona, DeLand, DeBary even. What's going on right there right now, would you say?
Volusia County is a great market right now for an investment side.
Yeah.
I'm talking about myself. I do investments in Orange City, new constructions, and it's a quick market. It's great price for investors, for sellers, and a good time for buyers too, because they got that open window in there that they can negotiate prices and all that stuff, getting all those concessions, helping with those concessions. So it's a great time.
For a family who's looking to buy their primary home, let's just say Orange City, for example, is Orange City still an affordable option for people?
Yes, definitely, definitely. And I live in Orange City myself, and it's a quiet area compared to the traffic-wise in Orlando and all those areas. Is easy place to live. I love there.
Yeah,
yes.
I do too. That Southwest Volusia County, a good bang for your buck still, believe it or not. But you have been doing some work in Ocala. In fact, you brought us a listing here, 2 listings, kind of side by side in Ocala as well. We've been talking about Ocala a lot on the show. I think it's a hidden gem for a lot of us in Central Florida in this market. Tell me about these properties here.
Yes, you are right. Ocala real estate market is on fire, and its future looks even brighter with its booming economy and growing population. So these 2 listings are located in Summerfield. They are 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,600 square feet living area, and they are located side by side on a huge lot, so that's a good thing. Living is an open concept. The master bedroom has his and hers closet and double vanity. The kitchen has countertop and great cabinets, which I love the colors of the cabinets. You have inside a laundry room, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful new construction.
Is this brand new? I mean, this
Brand
is
new,
new construction because
yes.
it looks brand new,
Yes,
obviously.
brand new.
So,
Both are brand new.
and the price point here, what is this?
Those two are offered at $330,000.
$330,000.
Yes, so it's a great price.
It's really a crazy good price. If you're talking about
Yes.
brand new construction, a brand new house, you transport those houses into Orlando, and you're looking at easy 500, 550,
yes.
right?
And that's the good thing about Ocala.
Yeah.
Compared to another city, the houses are still much more affordable than looking for a house in Orlando.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can see a 1,600 square feet house that you're gonna buy in Orlando, $400,000. You can see the house in Ocala for $290,000, $300,000. So it's very affordable.
Yeah, I love it. Any questions you'd like to see these properties, or even if you're interested in that, what I call Southwest Volusia County area, I know that Andrea would love to show you some properties. 407-205-0400. You're with Matt Buckley, LPT, of course. How's Matt doing?
He's doing good.
How have you enjoyed the LPT experience?
I am enjoying. Yes, I just moved to LPT on February, and
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
it's a lot of fun,
I'm loving
right?
it. Yes, it is.
Good.
Great people. Everything is very good there.
Well, thank you for coming to
Thank you
join
for
us.
having me. Thank you very
This is
much.
your open invite to come on this program anytime. How
I'll
is
be
that?
back again.
All right,
Thank
good
you.
to see you, Andrea Bishop. Very good job. Quick break. You have real estate continue. Do I ever have a very special gift for you today? Compliments our good friends over at Universal Roof and Contracting. 15% off your roofing job. The roof is the most important part of your house. No doubt about it. Welcome my good friends as always, Justin and Corey. Hi, how are you today?
Good, man, good. Thank you.
The roof is the most important part of the house, but sometimes deciding who your roofing company is going to be is the most important decision as well. Culture is everything. When determining who's going to do your roofing job, Universal, the culture over there blows me away. Trustworthy. Tell me about the culture at Universal.
Yeah, I mean, 30 years in the making, right? Family-owned, veteran-owned, same name and ownership over the past 3 decades. We're so proud to be so rooted in Orlando, and we have offices in Jacksonville and Southwest Florida, but the honest approach, the integrity we carry, working transparently with insurance companies and homeowners alike. I mean, we approach roofing the way an honest company really should.
Trusted by some of the biggest sports teams in Florida as well.
That's right. That's right. We this past season we were the one of the partners with the Jacksonville Jaguars, which was awesome. They had a great season this year too. And then just coming next month, the XFL, the Orlando Guardians. We are the official roofer for the Orlando Guardians, so we're excited to go out to those games and see everybody there. So it'll be great.
A roof can be expensive. You created great programs to make this roof not cost prohibitive for me.
Yeah, I mean, last thing we're going to do is take food off people's plates to afford a roof. So we have a ton of flexible financing plans that just keeps things very liquid for homeowners, even if they don't want to use their own money, even if they have it at the time, you know, so we offer that as well for every roof replacement.
I have this QR code on the screen right now. Get your phone out or go to their website, but the QR code will go directly to Justin and Corey, and literally you get 15% off. But guys, you're going to come to my house and tell me what I really need, honestly.
Absolutely, yeah. Free inspection, first of all. It does cost nothing for us to come out. We're going to sit down with you, hear what you like about your roof, what you don't like about your roof, what problems you've had, and come up with a custom scope of work that makes sense for you.
Always a pleasure to see you both. There's only one company we trust when it comes to roofing. That is Universal Roof and Contracting. I'm attorney Justin Clark. If you've been threatened by the IRS and are feeling scared, call me now or visit youhavepower.com. I'm very excited about this next segment. 2 returning visitors, both with LPT. Reyshawn Herring is here. Hi, good to see you, man.
Yes, sir. Good to be back.
Matt Miller's here as well. Matt, how are you?
Great.
Here's what I'm hearing out there, and you two help me answer this question. A lot of people have it at home right now. I want to buy a house, but I'm just not sure what's going on in this market. Is now a good time to buy or not a good time to buy? The rates are up. Are the prices going to crash? What do you think?
I say yes. This is the perfect time to buy. Before it was a massacre out there. Everybody was outbidding everybody. It was insane. You know what happened in the last 2 years. Now you can go to a house that's been sitting for 30 days. You can negotiate a good deal, buy the rate down, and if you love the house, you're marrying the house. You're dating the rate. The rate's going to change. Prices are going to go up. They're both vice versa. If one goes up, the other one goes down. It's the perfect time to buy. Some people just have to just take that leap of faith and say, hey, it's my time to buy.
I love that answer. Matt, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really a good time to buy right now with the rates. Obviously, they're high. They're, hovering in the low 7s right now. Don't see that changing anytime between now and the end of the year. Another rate hike is projected this year. If first-time home buyers, there's some programs out there. Florida's got the Hometown Heroes program. Great opportunity to get your down payment covered, get your closing costs covered. So you may not want to get at the 7% rate, but you can always refinance. Like you said, you get into that house now and get what you like and can afford, and then look at refinancing in the future.
And look, even at a 7% interest rate, look at your payment versus what you pay to rent a house. What's rentals like that out there right now?
$2,000, $2,200. You know, in Orlando, it's like $3,000 for some places.
I know.
You do the math. You're spending anywhere from $20,000 to $36,000 in rent when you could put that towards your equity, your wealth, your family, if the people after you. It's pointless to rent. If you're approved to buy and you're in a position to buy with all the programs they have, do it.
I totally agree. I support buying over renting, even if the rate's higher, even if this market's not going to keep going crazy. I don't see this market crashing at all. If anything, maybe a gradual uptick. Matt, you got a couple properties I want to see here too. One is in Lake Mary. This is Regal Town Lane, an area I know very well. Tell me about this one.
Yeah, so that's a 3-story townhouse. It's in a complex that only has 41 units in it. So it's ready to move in. That's got granite in the kitchen, a great condition, 3 bedrooms, 2-car garage. The nice thing about this is you have some separation. Downstairs can be a great work office space, movie room. And then you have your bedrooms all on the 3rd floor, 4 bathrooms in the property. So you have 2 full baths upstairs with your bedrooms, and then half baths on each floor for convenience.
I love it. And Osteen, a cool city. If you haven't been to Osteen, you need to check it out. Tell me about Rebel Run.
Yeah, Rebel Run, we're reintroducing this back into the market now. The owners had decided they were not going to sell, but it is back at an adjusted, reduced price. This house right now is 10 acres, well, just under 10 acres. And it is amazing. It's zoned agricultural, so you can bring the farm animals, horses, cattle, whatever you need.
Chickens.
A lot of cleared property. It's a 3-bedroom house. The house is gorgeous inside, so it's ready to move in.
Yeah, it looks absolutely fantastic, really. If you'd like to see these properties, Matt will show them to you right now, 407-205-0400. For some reason, I talk about Southwest Volusia County on this show a lot, just because I still see that area, DeBary, Deltona, DeLand, that area still seems to be a pocket where you can find a decent deal. What's going on in Southwest Volusia now?
Man, the prices are amazing in Volusia County right now. You can get a very nice modest home for $330,000, $340,000, as opposed to you go 30 minutes towards Orlando, the same house is $450,000, $500,000. Volusia has a lot of value because we don't have a shopping center right there, a mall right there. But you go to Orange City 10 minutes away, you still have that value in Deltona, DeLand, DeBary, like you mentioned. It's a good little pocket where it's affordable.
I like it a lot. Great to see you, man. Come back and see me, Matt. It's always a pleasure. You're always crushing it. Thanks for your wife for coming too and doing the photos for us. Here's what we will do, a very quick break. You have real estate continue. Are you worried about your student loan payments? I don't blame you. The great news for you is now we have more options than ever. Go to our website, youhavepower.com, to find out what options may exist for you and your student loans. And finally today, a very special treat for you, because I know that we are struggling right now to come to grips with paying the prices on the houses as they are now, especially with the rates up. I get it that sometimes they become unaffordable. Here's what you should know as the 429 continues to go around our great city. Ocala has never been closer than it is right now, but if you look at the prices for real estate in Ocala and compare them to Orlando, you're going to be shocked. Always happy to be joined by Elisha Lopez, Ocala Realty World. Hi, how are you?
Wonderful.
So it's just true. Compare the prices right now, Ocala versus Orlando.
So starter home in Orlando, like $425, $438, and you're still moving in, having to do a lot of work. Ocala, brand new. You don't have to do anything. $285, $289.
Wow, it is a huge difference, and we're talking about a huge difference on your monthly PITI payment when you're buying a house up there versus down here in Orlando. here's what I'll do, okay? If you're interested in exploring this opportunity, a QR code on the screen right now. Just take your phone out. I will connect you directly with Elisha. She'll show you any house you want. She'll send you a list of houses for sale in Ocala. And another thing is, and a big part of my law firm is we help people deal with their HOA problems. HOAs are different in Ocala, aren't they?
Oh, super different. So they're not like the condo commandos that we're used to. Yeah.
And a lot of places that you sell don't even have HOAs at all. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Not at all. So the subdivisions, even though they have names, they're not the homeowners association gated communities. It's just more like sections of Ocala to be able to distinguish it. But very, very few have HOAs. And the ones that do, most of them are deed restricted, very low. There's not a lot of fees, and they really don't go up, so you don't have to worry about that over time.
As we talk about way of life, people get tired of traffic and the rat race, as I call it in my head. Describe the way of life in Ocala versus, say, Orlando.
Just peaceful. I mean, that's, if you had one word, it would be peaceful. Even though a lot of people are moving there's a lot more construction and commercial development. It's still just quiet. You have a lot of nature and less concrete.
That's right. And the farms, the horses, the springs, there's so much to do up there as well, especially outdoors.
Oh, yeah. And, not everybody's outdoorsy, but there's something for everyone. Zip lining. Absolutely my favorite. And Michaela and I are going to be
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll watch you. I will be the photographer as you and Michaela zip line.
Right?
How was that?
It's so much fun.
I think your story is super fascinating. You come from Miami, basically, you spend some time in Orlando, and now progressing north. How has that been for you and your family?
Like our kids, that's all they know. So they say like, oh, Mom, it's such a small town. There's nothing to do here, because it's all they know. But coming from the big city and our kids getting to grow up in the small town, for as parents, it's just been a huge blessing. I mean, it's growing. There'll be that point that one day we're that city where everybody will then be moving north again. But we've got a long time till that happens.
Now, did they believe that Mom actually lived in Miami when you take them down to the big city? Are they impressed with you or what?
Oh, yeah. They better be.
Take them down to Calle Ocho and have some cortadito or whatever it is, right?
Yes, absolutely.
But Ocala also, and I've been telling you this for a while, Ocala can be great for investing in real estate as well. A lot of the investors I know feel like they're almost tapped out of Orlando. Investors are moving to Ocala, I've noticed. What's it like for investment?
It's a great place to invest, but inventory's low. So investment properties, those great deals, are harder to come by. So you definitely need a professional that has those pocket listings or knows when something's coming up so they can grab them first.
And which for you have a lot of agents that work in your brokerage, of course. So you're going to know, you're not just one agent. I mean, you're going to know sort of the secret sauce with a lot of pocket listings if someone is looking to invest up there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I love it. QR code is right here on the screen. Investing in Ocala. The whole Marion County area really is really fantastic now, but even if you're looking for a place for your family to live, you feel priced out of the city center here, Ocala is a wonderful place. There's one place to turn. QR code on the screen for Ocala Realty World. Keep up the great work. I love it. We love working together, and a lot of people are heading that way, I know. Thank you very much. Thank you to our WKMG base crew, Bob, who puts the microphones on, produces the show. You're amazing. Philip's back there as well. Mostly thanks to you. See you again next week for more You Have Real Estate.
The proceeding was a paid advertisement. The views expressed were the sole responsibility of the advertiser.